Sad day today, Kat. Many, many relationships will come to a flaming end. Today is the day for breakups.
This is the day before it gets a little too far into that Christmassy realm. Because once you get too far, I could imagine there's got to be a date. So this is the one, huh? Because if you keep dating after today, you're kind of stuck with them for all the Christmas things you got to go to, right?
Yep. We've been doing this since 2008. December 11th was dubbed Breakup Day when someone analyzed Facebook status updates and found a ton of people either got dumped or broke up with someone exactly 2 weeks before Christmas. It also found there tend to be more breakups on Mondays in general, so the 11th is a double whammy this year, Kat.
Oh, how we doing it, too?
I think just rip the Band-Aid off. Like, no. Bye. No more.
Not with me. Forget it. In person, though? I mean, or are we texting this? Are we ghosting? No ghosting, though. At least confirm it, right?
I don't think we've ever established rules for when it's okay to send a text. Like, if you've gone on one date, you could probably text and say, yeah, I don't want to go out again.
Yeah, that's
You've been
fair.
together for a while. You don't dump somebody with a text message, do you?
Not a long time. But I mean, how long's a long time? Like 3 months. Are we doing that in person or can I just text?
What if there's been intimacy? Could that be the cutoff? Like, if you've done that, then it deserves an in-person. Actually, there's some people who would say even at that, a text message is fine. But they found that there's a couple reasons that today is the day, 2 weeks out. Number one, the stress of the holidays. They say you also may be having second thoughts about that person being around your family again.
Right.
And a surprising number will break up with people just to avoid buying them a gift.
Well, if you know for sure it's not going anywhere and you're like, I could save this $100 or whatever, you're probably going to save the money.
Which I'm all for. Absolutely, let's save the money.
Or do we do it as like a parting gift? Like, well, the bad news is I'm breaking up with you, but the good news is I still bought you that Amazon gift card. So there you go, and Merry Christmas and be on your way.
They also say, because we're getting ready to turn the calendar, so to speak, in 20 days, it's the beginning of a new fresh start. So that's why people choose to do it today. If you make it through today and you're still coupled up, you're good until after New Year's. They say, if you break up with somebody between now and Christmas, you are the problem.
It's you. You're the problem. It's you.
And I'm talking about like just relationship, could have ended, could have gone on, whatever. We're not talking about a serious incident. We're just talking about the relationship in general. If you know you're not happy and you don't dump them by today, you're stuck with them until the 3rd of January. You don't dump somebody on New Year's Day, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to a New Year's Eve party, probably. If you don't have any plans, Boxing Day. Boxing Day. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back.
They say the day that you are least likely to get dumped is on Christmas Day itself because, well, that would just be plain cruel, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
They found people avoid breakups at this time of year, so they're not alone over the holidays. But the 26th, Kat, 2 weeks from tomorrow, breakups start to ramp up again.
Yeah.
So basically, you get through today, you're good. Maybe only till Boxing Day, probably until after New Year's. But maybe the person you're dating is the one who likes to challenge the rules.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks before Christmas, if you don't like them, why are you with them? Just dump them, right?
Yeah, I agree. Like, just go. Your family, it's better if you don't bring them to your family things and stuff. Just get them out of here.
Why would you bring them to the family and then break up with them?
No, don't go through all of that. So I'm all for today being the one.
Okay.
Today's the day. It's a Monday anyway. Just shoot them a text. Let them know. Yeah, hey, it's over.
You know that relationship thing we were doing? We're not doing that anymore.
No, it's not happening. But all the best.
So if you do keep them after today, knowing you still want to get rid of them, that would mean you're a candidate to dump them on Boxing Day, and that's just so you personally don't feel lonely on Christmas. Is that right?
But then that's a weird situation.
Totally
yeah,
weird.
just get it over with. Get it over with today.
Like
Do it.
before or after the sales? Like what's going on? Can we have breakfast first? Little leftover doggy bag to
you know
go?
what I mean?
Nothing?
Yeah.
Boy. Well, happy breakup day?
Happy breakup day? Yeah, it's a new chapter for you. If
It is
that's
a
the case.
Happy day for some, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Want to help me solve a bit of a problem here?
Yeah, sure. What can I do for you?
You know, as well as I do, our phones are listening to us all the time. You can say, "Ooh, I'm hungry," and you'll start getting pop-ups for Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes, or it'll start sending you notifications from McDonald's or Burger King. You can say, really got to get some new sheets soon, and bam, before you know it, you're getting inundated with ads for new sheets and bedding sets. I'm trying to retrace my steps, but this has been going on for a couple weeks now. I don't know what I said or what I searched, but for some reason, my phone and my social media is convinced that I need a bird feeder with a camera built into it. I get
What does that say about you?
nonstop ads for this stupid, I think they call it the bird box.
The bird box. First of all, okay, I will say I've seen those before. I've actually seen people I know post on social media about their bird box, and they quite love it. Like they'll share photos when like a cardinal stops by to munch on something.
Yeah.
They're like, look, guys, look what I spotted this morning. So I mean, are they that far off though from something that you'd actually want? If someone gifted this to you, would you want it? Would you be excited about it?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Here, let me read you the description from Bird Buddy, which is a new one
Oh.
that I just started getting ads for. Can't get enough of the birds? Then this bird feeder is perfect for you. Get up close and personal with Bird Buddy. It notifies you of feathered visitor. Why would I need to know if there's a bird in the backyard?
No. You want to know when your Amazon packages arrive and when there's a bird eating.
Identifies thousands of bird species and captures photos and videos and stores them in a collection. Apparently, it was demonstrated at the CES in Vegas last year.
You know what, though? I think that's kind of cool. I think you should lean into this. Sometimes these suggestions online turn out to be good moves. I could see you being a bird watcher. Octavia here is a little young for the bird watching, I think. She says she doesn't understand the appeal of it all. You know, one day, Octavia, you don't care, and then the next day you're like, is that a white-winged dove? Honey, come!
I've never really been into birds. I don't understand why these ads keep popping up. Unless it's just trying to tell me something. Maybe my phone figures, well, this guy needs a hobby here. So, birds. It'll be a bird watching thing.
Is that a house sparrow or a northern flicker? Honey, open up the app.
What do I do with all those pictures of birds, though? I mean, I assume it's continuously snapping.
You've shared on Facebook.
Why?
And it has to be Facebook. Notice how I said Facebook? It has to be Facebook. Not TikTok. Not Instagram. Facebook.
There's a captive audience on Facebook that would love more bird pictures.
There is. There's groups. There's Facebook groups that will take you in with open arms or wings in this case, Scott.
Yep. Clever.
I think you should lean into it. I like it. Honestly, if someone bought that for me, I'd probably set it up in my backyard. I'm not
Really?
going to not set it up. Yeah, like I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. But I'm saying if someone got it for me, I'd probably set it up in my backyard. I got some green space back there, and I do see some cool birds. And yes, every now and again, at the ripe age of 37, I think that bird looks neat. I wonder what kind of bird that is.
Well, you're almost caught up to me then.
I'm almost there.
It's convinced that I should be in the bird watching phase already.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
if I'm stuck for ideas, somebody's getting a bird feeder this year.
All right. Very good. Let us know what the Boxing Day deals are like. I guess keep us updated.
You know, it doesn't come with food. I actually read it to see if food's not included.
You're so frugal. That's the first thing you check. Well, what does it come with? I don't want to buy food.
I'm not buying a camera and food.
Is this an investment? I don't think so.
Can I sell the bird pictures, or how does this pay itself off? I don't get it.
We're all National Geographic. You are, I am.
Great. So there's no shortage of people that are living somewhere with some sort of a common nuisance that they don't like, and they'd love to have it changed. My favorite is people who complain about the noise from the airport. Oh my goodness, I hear the planes all day long. Was the airport there when you bought the house? Yes, it was.
Exactly. Yes,
Oh,
sure.
Okay, well. Do those people have any right to complain, by the way? If you move near an airport, do you have a right to complain about the noise from the airplanes?
No.
I didn't think so
That
either.
that airport didn't move in next door to you randomly. That didn't happen. So it's always been there. So no, not at all.
Okay, I've got one a little bit similar, but different at the same time. It is a woman who's complaining about a nuisance thing in her neighborhood. She is complaining about the smell from a downtown restaurant that's wafting into her neighborhood. It's a barbecue restaurant.
Oh.
So the woman is now suing Roy's Meat Service because of the nuisance smell of meats being grilled all day long. She's gone to the news and hoping that the news will help, I don't know, guilt these people into putting fans on the roof so the smell blows the other way. I don't know. Is that a valid complaint? Someone who lives near a restaurant and doesn't like the smell of the restaurant. She wants it shut down or something done so that she can open her windows and not have to smell brisket in barbecue sauce.
All restaurants have to go through all the proper, checks. Ventilation is one of those things, I'm sure. But as long as they're abiding by it, I don't think there's anything you can do but move. As long as they're abiding by all the proper codes. And if they are, sorry about your luck. It's probably going to be you that has to get out of here.
Would that be a nuisance? Smelling ribs and chicken cooking all the time?
Smells can be nuisances. Of course they can. Yes. Yes.
I mean, for me, I don't see it as a problem. It probably makes me more inspired to cook or just to go over there and have a bite to eat.
I don't know if you'd want your whole place smelling like it, though.
Okay, but
I don't know. I don't know if you'd actually feel that way if that was you.
We all have to live together, especially when we live close together. Apartment buildings, condos, those are a great example. One person's cooking, everybody else can smell it. But this is a standalone restaurant and a standalone home. How do you control the smell there?
Yeah, that is a weird one because I have heard of it being an all-in-one building. That's what I've heard more of. Not necessarily like this, but like I said, I think if they're doing all the proper things, I'm not sure there's anything that can be done.
According to the news, Channel 5, they say the woman moved into a home right next to the restaurant 2 years ago. Apparently, she didn't do her research because Roy's Meat Service there has been grilling up meat in the neighborhood for almost a decade.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a sorry butcher luck thing, I think.
Is that
not luck, but lack of research, maybe.
Would a realtor have to flag stuff like that to you?
Yes, I think that would be a good part. Yes, absolutely.
Did you go during the day when the restaurant was open? How did you not notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, do your due diligence if you're getting a place, for sure.
It's not clear what she wants, but I have a feeling probably money and probably this small business shut down. Good luck to her. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I mean, the restaurant was there first, but she's certainly going to try. It's the Scott and Kat Show.
Missed Connections. Missed Connections on the Scott and Kat Show.
You know, I think it's always a great day when we have an opportunity to reunite two people who are looking for each other. Well, slight adjustment. One is looking for the other. You see, they've had an encounter in the past. One of them is looking for the other and told the story online. Real good stuff here. Real good entertainment. Kat, what's going on?
Well, and every now and again you get one like this. This person knows exactly where to find the other one, Scott. It's not necessarily a connection missed, but it's one that they're a little afraid to make. It's called discreetly interested in you. Man for woman. Hey, we work together at a law firm. Have to keep this super discreet because your husband also happens to be my boss.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You've been married for, 4 years or so, and you have a kid together. I started to notice a while back that you seem to have lost that spark for him, and I understand why. He seems way more interested in his work than his family. I'd get fired if he ever found out the way I feel about you. At the work Christmas party, I made you laugh. It was nice to see you smile. Just know that if you were my girl, I would spend all my time making you happy. My last name starts with an S, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Lawyer, is he?
Law firm is all I know.
Legal
so could be anything in there.
Yeah. That's bold. That is shoot your shot.
But I mean, if she even sees it.
If she even sees it.
Well,
but I mean,
maybe we're helping, that said.
Is he putting it out there hoping she doesn't? No, I think he wants to tell her. I think he wants this well known. Hey, I'm into it. I don't care that you got a husband and a kid, yada, yada, yada.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't be messy at all if she did end up leaving him for you. It wouldn't be weird, right?
Seriously, what? What? Dude, are you listening to yourself, buddy? You just said you just got married 4 years ago, but it doesn't seem like you like him as much anymore. You should stay out of this, buddy. You should stay right out of this.
Can we also make it clear that just because you make someone laugh doesn't mean they want you?
No. No.
Okay, good.
And it's really just your observation that she doesn't seem as happy. You don't know
Yeah.
that she's unhappy. I'm going to suggest that you should probably hope she doesn't see this because it's not going to go well for your career, my friend.
This next one happened at the airport in Hamilton. It's the airport Roomba mystery is what it's called. Hey, I was flying Swoop out of Hamilton last Thursday and I saw this mystery woman. I was intrigued from the moment I saw her. She's a bit older than I am, maybe in her 40s, with long hair, wearing a fuzzy pink coat. But it wasn't really her looks I was digging. I was intrigued with the fact that she was carrying with her 2 Roombas through security. She put them in the little bin things and was told to separate them, please, into 1 bin apiece. She was kind, only carrying a little fanny pack thingy for her passport. I don't know where she was going with those things, and I'm not even sure what flight she was on, but it wasn't mine. Does anyone know her?
That's very interesting, actually, because I've just recently considered taking my Roomba more places as well.
Are we allowed to do that? What are we doing here? She didn't even put it in a suitcase. She just put the Roombas, like she just carried, like, you know, they have those little dinky handles on the Roomba?
That barely lifts up. You can barely fit your fingers through it.
They're not comfortable. So are you telling me she carried 2 of them through the airport like that?
And nobody raised any red flags or suspicion here? Like, hey, what are you up to? What are you doing with some Roombas there going through the security?
Are we
here?
sure they were really Roombas or were they something else in a Roomba coat? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, interesting idea. Maybe she's a neat freak.
Maybe she is.
She's anticipating a hotel stay and she's not satisfied at the level of cleanliness and she's just going to take it upon herself to clean.
They wouldn't let her bring in the bleach, so she's bringing in the Roomba.
The Roomba.
Okay, I
The
see.
Roomba,
I see. Yeah.
Do you have to empty the bin before you take it through security or do you just take it through with all the lint and dirt from your home?
Does the airport mind if you give it a little run there while you're waiting for your plane? Is it, on the carpet?
Hey, that would help contribute to the overall cleanliness of the airport.
It's not that bad. Might as well take it for a rip if you're bringing it all that way with you.
Just so I'm clear, you have never taken your Roomba for a walk or traveled with it at all?
Sometimes it gives me those eyes, you know? Like sometimes I pass it by and it's like, wait, are you going to work again? And I'm like, no, you can't come, Roomba. You have to stay.
A bit of a Cinderella vibe. No, you stay here and clean the house, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You no good thing, you.
So we never did find out where the Roombas went?
I don't know. If anyone, maybe someone knows. Do you know something? Anyone?
Are you that person?
Maybe you're Roomba girl. I don't know.
A little more information would be helpful.
Sure.
A little more information would be helpful. In the meantime, I think everyone should consider this. And don't let the airport security deter you. Clearly, you can take your Roomba with you on a plane.
Clearly.
Charging base too, or does it just go? You get one charge while you're away.
I have so many questions.
Mine dies after like an hour now. So
yeah, what is it good for? What are you doing? I'm so confused.
okay, let's do a little check-in here. How are we doing? 2 weeks until Christmas. I'm gonna guess you're completely ready to go.
I'm pretty well ready to go.
See, when you say you're completely ready to go, do you mean that if, I don't know, we blanked and just all of a sudden today was Christmas, you'd be ready to go?
I would. I have one. I am waiting on one last thing, but aside from that, yeah, and everything's wrapped. I already have stuff under the tree, ready to go.
We are so different. I've done absolutely nothing except continue to decorate the house. I added another inflatable yesterday. Still haven't worked my way into a store to buy things for other people. But the lawn looks great.
What inflatable did you add? I know you got a snowman. What else do you have?
I had a snowman. Now I've added a Santa Claus beside him.
And now a Santa Claus. Okay.
And it's working. People are stopping on the street to take pictures and stuff.
That's
That's
good.
all I wanted is that kind of
Okay.
validation.
Okay. Is it like a jumbo Santa? Like how big are we talking here? As big as that? Because I know your snowman's huge.
Snowman is huge. He's like a 12-footer. I couldn't find a snowman or Santa the
As
same
big?
size that I liked. Not all Santas look the same. Some of them look a little weird.
Yeah.
So I've got a smaller Santa. Is that okay? That Santa's smaller than the snowman?
Yeah.
Or what people have historically, is that accurate?
I think
What does the Bible say? Is it okay if the snowman's bigger than Santa?
I think that you're fine. I think it's okay.
I think it's cute, actually. I think it's great, and it's nice to see so many people into it this year.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a lot more houses decorated. I don't know what Christmas is going to look like under the tree inside this year, but I do know that we certainly look good, don't we?
We do.
And that's great. 2 weeks until Christmas. There are 20 days left in 2023. I do this to myself every year. You get so focused on Christmas, and then on Boxing Day, you wake up and realize, I've got 4 days to make plans for New Year. So, what am I going to do? Now what do I do? New Year seems fairly low-key this year. That's the vibe I'm getting. I haven't had any yet, or maybe people don't like me. I haven't been invited anywhere yet.
Yeah, I think it is kind of low-key. I'm doing something the night before New Year's Eve. I'm switching it up a little bit. So I'm going out the night before because things are easier to get into. Hotels are a little cheaper. So I'm kind of celebrating New Year's Eve the night before, and then I plan to stay at home and do nothing on actual New Year's Eve.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I think the pre-New Year's is great. This year, I actually have to work on the 30th of December, but there's a rock game that day, and they've decided to make it an afternoon game so it doesn't conflict with anything happening at night. And Monster Truck is doing the halftime show.
Ooh, fun.
That'll be really great. First Ontario Centre on the 30th, an afternoon game. Fun. There's a couple of places that really get it. They get it. Did you hear about that bar? It was about a year ago, somewhere around here. They decided to list all of their menu items as office items. And this was for the benefit of people who were trying to put a few things on the company expense account.
Right.
Oh, I bought a stapler. Stapler is what they called a flight of beer.
Right. Yes, I do remember that.
Ordered a new fax machine. Fax machine was a T-bone steak. It's great. You can expense it. Nobody in the office asks any questions. It just looks like you bought a stapler and a photocopier.
Photocopier was only $27.99? That's odd.
Well, wouldn't it be convenient if somebody offered a menu item that was all you wanted, but you could say, I only had one drink. In comes the Chandelier Dine and Bar, Kat. It is an Armenian restaurant in Toronto that's just introduced the double XL glass of wine. You've seen those wine glasses that'll hold a whole bottle. They're kind of a novelty item. They come out
Yes.
around Christmas time.
Yeah, I had one at one point, but it broke. You'd be surprised to know it broke. I don't know who did it. Not me.
Overuse? You wore it out, did you? So it holds a 3.5 liter bottle of wine in one glass. So you truly can say, I only had one. Now, this wine costs $61 for a bottle of red because they're essentially giving you an entire bottle of wine, $58 for a bottle of white, and it's new on the menu at Chandelier Dine and Bar.
Oh, very good.
People order the double XL wine glass for the holidays, date nights, and just fun with friends, according to the staff. Diners can share a large glass of wine amongst each other, or staff can pour it into smaller cups if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
They've essentially sold you an entire bottle, a decanter,
Well-
if you will, and allowed you to split it. But I don't know many people that would split that. It's one glass of wine. Why would you share?
It's just one glass after all. I think it's perfectly fine.
Can you imagine going out for a glass of wine and down in 3.5 liters of red?
No, I'm a fan of moderation. I only had one. It was just one, that's all I had. I didn't have any more than one. See? Just one glass.
This is a little more my speed. They've also got a double XL glass of coffee, if you'd like.
Oh, I like that.
If you want to not sleep for the rest of the year, that's the one for you.
Great.
Good luck to them in this new business venture. I hope it goes well.